guys, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my hashtag I'm on a no-buy update. So when I filmed my no-buy video, I thought it would be a great idea to kind of check in once a month maybe and talk about maybe some makeup items that had come out that I was tempted by or what I was thinking about buying when my no-buy is over. So I think the day or two after that, Amber F came up with her idea for everyone who's on a no-buy, since there are so many of us on YouTube right now doing this, to post an update with the title hashtag I'm on a no-buy. So I thought that was a great idea. I think it'll be really fun to see what everyone's thinking and how it's going for everyone. So I actually filmed this video yesterday and it was just like so long and rambly that I was like watching it before I uploaded it to my computer just to make sure it was in focus and stuff. And I couldn't watch it. It was so like all over the place. So I decided to redo it and I came up with some questions. And every time I film this video, I'm going to answer the same questions and hopefully that will help keep it more focused and less all over the place. So the first question is pretty vague, but it's just how is it going? And I'd say it's going pretty well so far. I have tried to do a no-buy in the past, I think maybe twice last year, and it ended probably a week or less after I would start, just because there would be something that came up that I just felt like, oh my god, I can't resist this. So I know one time it was the Balm had a flash sale where everything was 50% off, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is a crazy deal, like how could I not take advantage of it? But you know, now I know that the Balm is 50% off all the time on HauteLook, and they have flash sales on their website, and it's really not that exciting. So I feel like since 2014 was the first year I was really into makeup, now I really know that like sales aren't that special. I know that Ulta will send out 20% off coupons for prestige items, you know, every once in a while. It's not like a once in a lifetime opportunity. I know when the Sephora sales are, you know, I kind of know how it works. I know that any drugstore brand that's on sale will be on sale next month if it's not the month after that. So I just feel like I kind of have the hang of that kind of stuff. So when I was first into makeup, I'd be like, oh my gosh, Maybelline is on sale. But like Maybelline's on sale all the time. So it sounds silly that I didn't know that, but I didn't. And please ignore Ghosty if he is growling right next to me. Anyway, so there are a couple things that I have done to help make this no-buy, I guess not easier, but that kind of go along with the no-buy. And one is I canceled So there are some things I have done kind of along with my no-buy to kind of keep new items from coming in, and that is I canceled my subscriptions. I have canceled my Glossy box. I will be getting the January box sometime later this week hopefully, but that will be my last box. And then I did cancel Ipsy, so my last bag was my last bag. Yeah, so I know in that video I was kind of going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to cancel, but what really pushed me over the edge was when I opened up What really pushed me over the edge was when I opened up my makeup inventory spreadsheet and I was entering in everything I had gotten. I just got really frustrated that my numbers were going up even though I was on a no-buy. So I just got really mad and I went straight to Ipsy.com and canceled. So that is how it's going. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention is another thing I have kind of stopped is I have a regular part-time job, and then along with that part-time job I work on call. So sometimes I can work a lot more or sometimes I just work my normal hours. So a lot of times when I would work more or get extra shifts, I would kind of like be like, oh, I don't really want to work, but to make it up to myself, I will take some of the money I earned and just treat myself and buy a little something, and usually that would be makeup. So I'd go to Ulta or the drugstore or Sephora and just buy myself a little something. Not only when I had worked a lot, but also like kind of during school, if I had a stressful week or if I had a lot of projects due, when I was done, I would kind of look forward to a little trip to Ulta or something like that. So in January, I obviously was on break from school, so I didn't have a lot of stressful things going on. But I did work a lot, especially the week of New Year's Eve. That week, I worked like maybe 2 to 3 times as many hours as I work in a normal week. And so normally I would have kind of maybe splurged on something at Sephora or bought myself a treat. But instead I have like a ton more money in my bank account right now, and I've put it into savings, and that's just a really great feeling. So I've kind of squashed that habit, which is nice, and yeah, so that is how it's going so far. I haven't had any like moments where I thought I was almost gonna break my no-buy, but yeah. The second question is, have you gotten anything new? So if I ever break my no-buy, I will fess up here, but I also want to share any things I got that didn't break my no-buy. So if you saw my haul, you saw that I did get 2 Ardency In eyeshadows. I didn't bring them over here, but I bought those with a store credit from something I returned from Christmas. And I did mention in my no-buy video that I was going to make an exception for that. So I did that, and then I did also get 2 blushes. I think I showed them in my weekly makeup basket this week, but I got 2 NARS blushes that were from the holiday collection last year from that palette, because I have always wanted that palette, and I got to get them in a swap. So I kind of initiated that swap in December, but I didn't actually receive the blushes until January. So I did get some new things to play with, but to be honest, I haven't even played with them that much because I'm painting so many different things. But oh, and I also got an eyeshadow stick from Courtney K because I sent her some eyeliners. So yeah, so I did get a few new things to play with, but I haven't really felt the itch to play with new things also. And I think the thing that has actually helped me the most in this no-buy attempt is my series that I've been doing, stash swatching before shopping. Doing that has really opened my eyes to how I continually bring home the same product. So I really have realized that I have a lot of the same things, and so I am planning on decluttering in a little while. I do want to kind of test out some of the ones that were similar and decide which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to pass on or sell or whatever. So I will probably be doing a decluttering type series after I'm done with that series. I won't like swatch everything again. I'll just kind of go through the things I have decided to pass along. But anyway, so yes, I think those are the things that have really helped me the most. So the third question is, what has been tempting you? And so I'm just going to talk about anything that has come out that I've really been tempted to try or really want. So there have been some things. I haven't been tempted to the point where like I had them in my hand at Sephora and then I put them down, but like just things I probably might have bought if I wasn't so intent on being on a no-buy. So the first thing was the Sephora and Pantone Universe Marsala collection. And I actually really like the shade Marsala. I know not everyone was really excited that that was the color of the year. And I meant it's not as exciting as like Radiant Orchid. That was a really unique kind of shade, and this one's kind of more neutral and not quite as exciting. But I do really like the shade, and there were some things in that collection that really kind of tempted me. So the eyeshadow palette I wasn't super tempted by, but I would like to have a Marsala kind of eyeshadow color because I don't think I have anything similar to that. Will have to go back and look in my collection, but I'm pretty sure I don't have anything like that. So that might be something I pick up at some point, but I probably just need like a single. I don't need a whole palette. And I know that the Sephora Pantone eyeshadow palettes aren't always the best quality, so I wasn't like really tempted by that item, but I was kind of in general tempted to find a Marsala eyeshadow. I was also tempted by the Marsala lipstick, and I saw a lot of reviews and everyone said it was really beautiful color, really creamy, but that it smelled like rotting chemicals. So as soon as I heard that from multiple sources, I had no desire to get that lipstick. And I was also watching a review on that collection. I think it was Coffee Break with Danny, and she swatched it next to Maybelline's Touch of Spice. And I have another lipstick. I don't have Touch of Spice, but I have Gerard Cosmetics 1995, which was created by Jaclyn Hill. And that one I have seen compared to Touch of Spice as well. So I feel like I have that lipstick and it is close enough for me, and that one does not smell disgusting. So the third item I was tempted by was the Sephora and Pantone Cheek palette for Marsala, and that Marsala blush color is just so pretty. I don't care about the highlighter, I don't care about the coral blush, but that Marsala blush, I want it. I don't think I have anything really like that either, although I think the closest thing would be my NARS Liberté blush, so I would like to swatch those next to each other and see how similar they are. But the blush palette isn't available online anymore, and it is available in some Sephoras near me, but not the ones I usually go to. Like, kind of out in the suburbs. I know there's some Sephora inside JCPenney's that have it in stock, because I did look on the website. But so I would be interested in maybe swatching those next to each other, but I doubt that blush palette will be around when the VIB sale rolls around. But if it is, that might be something. If they come out with more, I don't know if that's something they would do, but that might be something I would be interested in, or just trying to find a Marcella blush. But I'm pretty sure that my Liberté is probably close enough when it's all blended out. So anyway, the last thing I was tempted by was the Hourglass Modernist eyeshadow palettes. And I saw those a few months ago, and I just thought they were beautiful. I really, really wanted one. And kind of a backstory, when the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush palette came out, you know, I saw pictures of it. I had always been curious about those blushes, but it wasn't something I really was planning on buying. But then the emails went out to the Sephora VIB Rouge members, which I am one right now. And a bunch of people were freaking out that it was going to sell out, that they wouldn't be able to buy it because they weren't Rouge. So then I was kind of like, oh, well, I am Rouge and I can buy this thing, so maybe I should get it. So I did buy it, and then I think it's really good. I really like the blushes, but I did say this in one of my other videos that I feel like when they're all blended out, they look a little too similar to one another, and I wish they were a little different. So I kind of regret buying it, but not completely, because it is a really good product. But I just felt silly when I went in store to the VIB Rouge shopping event, and they had so many of those palettes, and they were 20% off, so I could have waited a month and gotten it for a lot cheaper, because it was a really expensive palette. But anyway, so I was talking about the eyeshadow palettes, and I got that same email that I had early access to purchase it. And I went online and I was looking at all of them, and I was picking out the colors that I would buy maybe in the VIB sale when that came around. And so I was really tempted by them. They look so pretty in the pans. It's like all one pan, and then they're all kind of like these swirls of color. I can't really describe it, but you can look them up, and they just look so pretty. But then the reviews started coming out, and they were bad. So I'm kind of thankful that the reviews are so bad, because now that's like, oh, that was really expensive, I really wanted it, but now I don't. So I know Tara Baby Z has had a lot of trouble with them, and she really tried to like them. She bought a bunch of them and tried them all out. And Temptalia has pretty bad grades for them. I think like mostly like B's, C's, and D's for the eyeshadow shades. So I really am not interested in those at all anymore. So I am thankful I didn't kind of impulse buy anything like that. So question number 4 is, what are you thinking about buying? And so, like I talked about in my haul with my Ardency and eyeshadows, I really took the time to research which shades I had and what would be unique to my collection, and the ones I picked out don't really look like anything I have. I mean, to anyone else, they might say, oh, that's gold, kind of a gold color, and you have a bunch of gold, but it's really different. You know, you guys know that it's not the same as any of the golds I have, but yeah, so I really want to take that kind of approach to buying makeup for everything that I get in the future. So I have been thinking about things I might pick up during the Sephora VIB sale. So the first item I'm kind of thinking about getting is a contouring palette. And I don't have anything like that. I mean, I do have some bronzers that I usually contour with, but as I've been panning my Hoola bronzer, I just realized I don't really like it for contouring. It's just a little warm for me. And a lot of people say that it's really taupe and really great for contouring, but on my skin tone, I think it's really warm. So I have been curious about all these contouring palettes that are coming out. And I almost bought the Anastasia Beverly Hills one when I had my 20% off coupon at Ulta in December, but then I ended up getting some Tarte items instead. So I'm curious about that one. I'm curious about the, I know It Cosmetics has one, but that's not really on the top of my list. So that one, I guess It Cosmetics, the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette that just came out, and the Smashbox contour palette. So I'm trying to decide which one of those I would like to buy during the VIB sale. And my kind of hesitation is like the Kat Von D and the It Cosmetics and the Anastasia Beverly Hills, they all have 6 shades, and I just don't know if all of those will work for me. So I'm not sure if it is wise to buy something where maybe only half of the shades, or 2 out of the 6 shades will work well for me. I mean, I'm not super pale, so I feel like I can use darker shades, and I'm not super dark, so I feel like that maybe I could use more than one of the shades in those palettes. But it also seems overwhelming to me because I don't really know what to do with that many kind of powders. So that's kind of why I'm leaning towards the Smashbox Contour Palette. I've seen really good reviews on it from Emily Noel83 and my friend another Gigi here on YouTube. I know she has it and really likes it and has hit pan on it. So I think that's my front runner right now, but the Kat Von D one is really great. So I think there is some perks to having like 6 shades, like you can find the one that works the best for you. But then again, I feel like a little overwhelmed by that. So if you have a contouring palette, or if you have any advice on that, please let me know. I just feel like 6 shades is like, whoa, I'll never use those up. I don't know what to do with that many different shades. And the Smashbox just has 3. I think it has a bronzer, or a contouring kind of powder, a matte highlight, and also a shimmering highlight. So I also want to go to Sephora and maybe swatch them all and kind of look at them and see what I'm drawn to after I do that. But just preliminarily, I am thinking about, or I'm leaning towards the Smashbox palette. Another thing I have been thinking about is the NARS Dual Intensity eyeshadow palette. And like when the Dual Intensity eyeshadows came out, like I wasn't really drawn to them at all. But for some reason the palette I'm just kind of like drooling over. Vintage or Tacky here on YouTube, she did this beautiful tutorial on this like dark blue smoky eye, and I'm just obsessed with that look. She looks amazing with that. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be wearing a blue smoky eye that often, so, and the only blue I have that's kind of like that is from the Lorac Pro 2, and that one is just really patchy. That's the one shadow I really hate out of probably all my Lorac palettes, but those shadows are just so pretty, and not just the blue, like all of them look really gorgeous, and it's really expensive. It's $79. So I was like thinking, well, maybe you should just buy some singles of the ones you know you really like. But the singles are $29. So if I bought 3 singles, that would be more than the palette. So I don't know. So I feel like even if I buy 2 singles, that's like $60, and the palette is just $79. So it would be probably the best buy to buy the palette, because there are more than 2 shades in there that I would love. I mean, all of them look really amazing. But then again, like, that is a lot of money. I have a lot of eyeshadow, but yeah, I feel like those are pretty different from what I have. So I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth, and if I did buy that, I would probably count it as more than one item just because it is so expensive. So if you watch my intro video, which I will link down below, my plan is to be on a no-buy until April. And then I'll be able to buy 4 items during the VIB sale at Sephora. And then after that I'll go back on a no-buy, and I'm not really sure how long for. Probably until September, which is my birthday month. But I am also going to be traveling abroad, which I mentioned in my no-buy video. So someone commented this week, Sparkly Bish I think, said that I should make a list of things. I should start researching now and kind of make a list of things, or a number of things I can buy while I'm abroad. And I think that's a really good idea. I have already been researching and kind of keeping a mental, or not even a mental list, an actual list of products I know that I can't get over here, and I really want to try. But I also want to remember that just because there's something that I can't buy in the United States doesn't mean that it's amazing and life-changing and that I need it. So I want to be really smart with what I buy over there as well. The other items I kind of want to try at some point and that are on my makeup wish list are Burberry shadows, just because I've heard such great things about them from Megan and Cherish and other people as well, and then also Dior eyeshadows, because I bought my sister, or I picked one out for her. My parents bought it for her for Christmas, and she is in love with it. She keeps telling me how great it is and that I need to get one. And I've been talking with other people about them, and they just seem like a really great quality, and I think it would be nice to have like a smaller palette like that, because all my palettes are giant. I really don't have any smaller ones. I have one Becca quad, but it's purple, so I would like a more neutral, maybe small one like that. So that's another thing I'm thinking about, but once again, that is pretty expensive because the little Dior quads or quints or whatever are $60. So if I I think I might like put some more rules on the number of items I buy during the VIB sale, just because maybe I have like 4 points and each point is can be worth up to like, I don't know, $30. And then if I buy something bigger, I have to use more points or something. I don't know, something like that. But I am thinking about that stuff, and I mean, there's nothing I'm really running out of right now. The only thing I might buy, and I won't consider it breaking my no-buy, is MAC Fix Plus, because I am almost out of the setting spray I have right now. Anyway, those are all the things I'm thinking about buying right now, but there's nothing really driving me totally crazy that I feel like I'm going to break my no-buy. I'm pretty confident that I'm not going to break it anytime soon, so I'm pretty sure I can make it until April. So anyway, if you are doing a no-buy, you should really do one of these videos. I think it would be really fun to watch, and I hope this was interesting for you. And please subscribe if you'd like to see more. I'll be doing some more stash swatching videos, and then eventually decluttering, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching. Bye.